At the heart of the Infinity Matrix, there is a powerful source that pumps life into the layers of reality that you are having right now. A source that has complete control over your ability to manifest success or manifest failure. Manifesting the things you desire or the things you don't desire. It is the pivotal variable that determines between a life of despair, frustration, loneliness, and failure, or a life of freedom, joy, celebration, and empowerment. Episode 70 of Hacking the Infinity Matrix kicks off a month focused on all aspects of the heart of the Infinity Matrix. And this is the first of four chapters on this theme. Chapters 2 to 4 will only be streamed live on our private Facebook group. So if you're not already a member, make sure you head on over. It's scrolling on the bottom there. Head on over to facebook.com/groups/the Infinity Matrix and fill out the 3 membership entry questions to be automatically accepted. This is a new format we're starting this month because we found that too many people are just consuming content and not implementing what they learn. So we started the private group. When we started with the intention so that we could gather people from all around the world who are serious about applying the lessons and hacks to create a global movement towards living life from empowered choices instead of stifling fears. So if that's you, if you fit in that, head on over. It's a growing community, over 8,300, 8.3 thousand members there who are proving that you can shift, alter, or transform your perception of reality simply by using anything and everything you already have access to in the Infinity Matrix. So again, head on over facebook.com/groups/the Infinity Matrix. Answer those questions and enjoy the exclusive content and amazing community that we've got there. February is a special month. It's special for many reasons. And throughout the world, there are many countries that associate it with love and romance and connection. This year, because of the numerical alignments, the 02, 02, 22, and all those kinds of things, because of those numerical alignments, it holds extra meaning. And we'd like to piggyback those energetic synchronicities to bring in and welcome in new realities with new intentions and heart-opening breakthroughs in 2022 for each and every one of you watching. So I invite you to stick around for the entire stream today because this is this may very well be the message you need to hear at this time.
That's right. That's very, very right. This is our month of love. And so drop us some hearts in the comments. Show the love. And go ahead and tell us where you're tuning in from today. And so we love our global community. And we appreciate hearing from where you're all at, located, and tell us what city you're in, what country you're in the comments. Make sure to add that heart emoji. It's important. This is February, so we're going to have fun. So here's the lineup this month. You think of it like a love story with your Infinity Matrix. Chapter 1, that's today. We dare to get to the source and nurture your relationships with the self. In Chapter 2, next week, or next strong, as we talked about last month, as I prefer to say, we'll be able to live only in the private, we'll be on live in the private group, and will enter the realm of gathering and expanding your connection with the communities around you. And then Chapter 3, the following week, we'll explore our horizons and inquire about a mother named Gaia and how we can honor, cherish, and give back in deep reverence for the life that she supports unconditionally. And the last stream of the month, chapter 4, we get to unwrap and unpack 3 Infinity Matrix hacks to inject medicine of love and harmony into the quadrants of reality that need it the most.
Sounds like a 70s flower fest.
Just wait. Just wait. I'm gonna have flowers on my head, holding a flower.
Hey, be careful, I might look for a filter.
And you still have Saturdays down the rabbit hole to participate and ask your questions. If you're unfamiliar, every Saturday we have an open discussion Zoom calls to discuss this week's topic or any topic pertaining to our lessons. And we'll put the link in the comments, and it'll go into
It's scrolling on the bottom there. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. And then we'll also put in the in all the stream comments too. So join us there. That is loads of fun.
Yeah, and can I say, if you're not blocking time off and jumping on down the rabbit hole on Saturdays at 8 a.m. PST, that's 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, you're truly missing out on some deeply profound and life-altering conversations. The feedback we're getting from the participants just brings tears to our eyes and warms our hearts. So if you haven't joined us for a Down the Rabbit Hole segment yet, give yourself a treat and transform what would normally be called a week, as in no strength, a weekend, into a strong beginning, an empowered beginning. That's what we want instead of a weekend, right? Again, if you watch last month's streams, you'll see what I did there, right? The power of words, okay? So let's charge up the interdimensional defibrillators and get ready to jumpstart your journey to the heart of the Infinity Matrix.
I don't know where he comes up with some of these terms. I really don't. When you think of yourself as a spiritually evolving life force, and you want to hone and model yourself into an ever-evolving being of light and love, what does that look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? I'm asking because just like how we've asked you to define, redefine, and vibrate your intentions through the Infinity Matrix, you weren't limited to the amount of money you want, or the size of house that you want, or the level of profession you desire to attain. You were limited only by how you feel about yourself. And it starts with you. You and your sense of self, your confidence, your esteem, your vision of you. Your definition of you. The you of now and the you of your future you. So you see, the Infinity Matrix is incredibly intelligent. It knows when you're sleeping, and it knows when you're awake.
No, that's a wrong matrix. You're talking about.
Oh, okay. Is there a Cupid matrix?
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll see.
We'll
explore that this month.
Maybe we will. So let's just keep going. So the Infinity Matrix is incredibly intelligent, and it doesn't have to make any determination of whether you deserve all that money you're asking for, because you do. It's not concerned with how big of a house you're asking for, because you can have as big of one as you would like, or whether the right relationship will materialize. It's really out there, or perhaps it's already here. So with this in mind, let's get a little bit interactive. What does the Matrix know? Answer in the comments. Okay, what does the Matrix know? We've discussed things so much, but what does it know? There we go. Here it comes. It knows. All right. Everybody shy today. Okay, all right, I'll tell you. The answer is, that sounds like a game show.
All things with connections.
There we go.
Yeah.
Good, good. Okay, so the infinity matrix knows whether you think and feel you're deserving of what you want. It knows. Yes, you can ask for $1 million, but do you really think you're worth it? Are you really confident that you can handle it? Or does that voice in your head kind of go, let's find out. I'll prove it when I get it. So you can say it and you can write it down until you're blue. You must know it in your heart. You must resonate it, vibrate it. Perhaps currently you only vibrate at a $200,000 level for now. Well, as you progress and learn through the right programs and define intentions, refining your inner self, creating the new solid definition of you, your vibration increases higher and higher and higher. Why? You've discovered how to work out the bugs, the kinks, and silence the negative whispers in the back of your mind. Creating someone confident in themselves, reliant on themselves, who feels good about themselves, someone who can look in the mirror and truly love who they see. Now, let me be clear. This has nothing to do with visual appearance, unless you choose to include that as part of your definition. Are you radiating a sense of confidence or meekness? Are you torn with an indecisiveness, wanting one thing while also wanting the opposite? You are still at odds with a voice in your head? For that matter, whose voice is it? What are they saying? Are you believing them? Is there something inside you that's shaming you, telling you you don't deserve the life you have? I know these are tough questions. So if so, let's talk about this. From here, I want you to think from the place of your inner being and imagine that the answer you discover will be the final piece, the launch pad, the leap into the next level of your evolution. Because it is. From here, I want you to think from the place of your inner being. All right. Imagine that was kind of weird. So I'm sure you didn't come to this physical reality to sit on the couch and watch reruns of Friends or The Big Bang Theory. You're here to explore, learn, and expand far beyond, testing the boundaries of reality as you know them. This is how you create the type of energy and vibration the infinity matrix recognizes and responds to and reflects back to you. You're here. You came here to experience the physical. You came as an explorer, wandering and discovering the wonders and beauty of this plane of existence, all while understanding that you still have choice to experience life with the thoughts of expansion or fend off those thoughts and exist in kind of a self-created limbo. So answer me this. When you entered this world, did you feel strong or weak in either the body or the mind? Think about it. What did you expect when you arrived? Were you expounding invincibility or feeling meek and mild and timid? Did you know your worth then, or did you come to prove it to yourself? So, this is the question that you need to ask yourself. Ask yourself this: am I or will I? Am I or will I? Am I worthy now, or will I become worthy sometime in this life? Did I come to prove it, or did I come to live and learn it? Did I come to be it, or did I come because I am it? Did I come to thrive and prosper, to be the example of unstoppable? Or did I come to cower and suffer and join the ranks of those who don't know, or worse, don't want to know? Ask yourself these questions every day when you wake up, and then answer them every night when you go to sleep. Ask them. I dare you. So, as a result of this time together, you're going to be clearer about who you are. And as a result of every day's life experience with each accomplishment, you're going to become clearer and more confident about what you prefer and what you are capable of. And as you integrate your knowledge of the infinity matrix with your personal desires that are born from your magnificence, then the perfect experience of reality ensues. And as this happens with more and more frequency and accuracy, you will understand that what's coming to you is actually coming through you. Do you understand? You are energy, and you influence all energy, controlling its flow in the direction of what you choose. That's how worthy you are. Now you just need to believe it. Really believe it. And I apologize if you were expecting some flowery, love yourself and your neighbor, kumbaya live stream today.
I thought that's what we were going to do.
That's not what we do. The strain and stress of today's society has become almost unbearable for many of us. Some of you, perhaps. We're here to strip away the barriers and release your true essence into the world, where it's needed most. So you become another beacon of hope, light, knowledge, and a guide for all the others. This is our Valentine's present to you.
So the question that we pose today is an age-old inquiry, an inquiry that truth seekers have tackled since evolving from the jungles into community-based societies. And the question is, who are you? And think about it. When you look in the mirror, who is that? And we don't mean your name, your role in the community, or your title at work. We'd like you to consider going deeper than that. Go beyond the physical and attempt to connect with what is or Who is at the source? The one observing the observer. And when you connect with that, then who's observing that observer? And think about that. And then, how deep would you need to go to just have the experiencer without an observer? Because as long as there's an observer, that's not you. Right? Whatever that observer is observing is a representation of you that's being observed. In our upcoming 5-day challenge event that we'll be announcing sometime this month, we're going to invite you to reclaim your ability to create empowered realities. And at the core of it all, the ground zero position, if you will, the only reliable and dependable element is the self, S-E-L-F, the living life force that instigates it all. Okay? It's the lack of understanding, the lack of connection, and the lack of embracing that spiritually evolving life force that pulls people into undesirable results, undesirable realities, where they feel the growing frustration in what they consider to be a lack of ability to create changes in life that are profound and lasting. Perhaps this resonates with some of you here, perhaps with all of you. Let me know in the comments if you can relate now or ever in the past with these versions of reality. Version number 1. You've yearned for profound and positive shifts in your life, and you've done all you thought you could do or should do or were told to do, and you just can't figure out how to make it work. Number 2, you struggle often with knowing that your true passion is hidden from you. So you're struggling with knowing what your true passion and your purpose in life is, and you wrestle with how to express and live it every day. Do you resonate with that at some point, maybe more than others? I think we've all been through this in some point. Number 3 is, you consciously know there are these self-limiting beliefs and these self-limiting behaviors that you have, and you're aware of them, but you just can't seem to put a dent in them at the unconscious level where they seem to set up residency. Right? And I mean, these are real things. And I mention these because these are the things we're getting feedback from people that they're feeling now from our group here. Some of you on this call, some of you in the chats and the comments, that these are the types of experiences that people are feeling and experiencing and wondering, what's the solution? Right? And then probably one of the bigger ones right now in the last little bit we've seen is, there have been, this is a reality that you can relate with. There have been different degrees of and different times where fear, anxiety, even depression seems to take the driver's seat and leads you into dark and gloomy destinations. Right? Those are common things. You're not alone. But you don't have to stay in those realities. Those are there's many other common challenges that people experience even prior to all this madness in the last couple of years. Right? And those things have all, they in some way, shape, or form have come to the forefront and grown into these disempowering realities because people are not given the resources to connect with their inner power, regardless of the chaos that surrounds them. And one of the primary keys to that is knowing who you are at the core, and being able to live authentically from that place is it's just about what every stream we've done is either focused on or preparing you for in one way or another. Now, and I mean, answer me this. What kind of reality could we all be experiencing if everyone that you knew within your circle, everyone that we knew within our circle, had access to and knew that they had access to an infinite number of choices at any given moment in time, and realized that the choices they made would unfold the realities they stepped into? What if there were a set of powerful principles that emerged from that authentic self that was unwavering, that set the tone for an enlightened mindset and attitude? What kind of vision would you see for yourself? What kind of actions and behaviors would we as a collective be taking? Some of them you see happening in the planet right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's time for us as humans to step up. Step up and participate in this reality we're all creating. And in all my years of practice as a master hypnotherapist and performing over 18,000 one-on-one sessions before retiring, I can say from my experience that true, with capitals all the way through, true transformation that settles into the core of an individual came from the investigation of and the development of what the self is and what it's not.
Yeah.
Right? And there are many roads. There's many roads that can lead to this destination. And the specific route is unique and different for every individual. That's why we come at so many different ways. It's different for everyone here. And that's what makes your journey to the heart of the Infinity Matrix your journey, not ours, not your neighbors, not the media, and certainly not the governments. And and in our opinion, it does, if reality as you know it has an origin place where, like a Big Bang moment by moment, a continuous flowering of experiences shows up to give us an illusion of linear time filled with convincing memories, then that space of possibilities is where you exist. And you are the self, or spiritual evolving life force, as we like to refer to it, that pumps life into the reality that serves for that evolution. The good, the bad, the ugly, the you name it. The whole enchilada. Okay? Your self, capital SELF, as spiritual evolving life force, has complete control over your ability to achieve any goal, to experience any reality, to explore all possibilities, and transform the darkest of darks into the most radiant and fulfilling gifts you could have ever asked for. Our goal, Ross and I, our goal is to build a community of individuals like we've been building in the private group and within our circle of influence, building a community of individuals who are no longer willing to sit on the sidelines and let reality happen to them. Instead, they're willing to join us in life's laboratory of wonders and implement what they learn and then learn from what they implement. Many years ago, I heard someone tell one of my teachers that they just had to get out of the city and move because they just needed a fresh start. And then my teacher, with his wisdom, said, you do know that wherever you go, you will be bringing your limitations with you. Right? So it's not the location or even the things that are in the location that need to change. I wonder if you're brave enough to journey to the destination where the real solutions are. And that was, to me, was it wasn't even to me. It was I was an observer on the side. That was powerful to me. And that's what I ask, and Ross asked of you all today. Are you brave enough? Do you believe in yourself enough? Have you had enough of what you don't want in life to start the journey to connect with, to nurture, and to embrace who you truly are? If you're not, then stick around. We're going to give some tools to develop that and get to that place if you don't have the tools and the resources yet. But if you are, then make sure you keep tuning in and participate in these live streams and our upcoming events. Like I said, we do have an awesome 5-day challenge we're putting some finishing touches on, and we'll be announcing that over the next week or two. And we told you last year that we're stepping it up in 2022 because, like many of you, we truly feel there's a collective consciousness shift and awakening going on. And those who push the snooze button are going to miss out on a utopic reality filled with love, harmony, health, and abundance.
Exactly.
That's where we're headed.
We just absolutely it just gives us goosebumps. Really does. I mean, we've been talking about this for months, that changes are coming for this year. And as mentioned earlier, we've made a few changes to these presentations and streams. And you may or may not have noticed that last month we began focusing the entire month's live streams around one theme. And then each week we covered variations and various topics within that central theme, which is exactly what we're doing this month. So now, starting this month, the first stream of the month will be available live on all of our normal streaming platforms, our pages, YouTube, groups, the likes. Then the following live streams of the month will only be live streaming in the Infinity Matrix private group, and the link should be streaming down below us.
Yep.
So many of you are already members of the group, and some of you are VIPs, and others haven't felt the need yet. The reason we're making these changes is because as the different social platforms have begun to build their borders, creating virtual walls, as humankind does that. So we decided to pick one and do it really, really well. And rather than spreading ourselves thin across several and getting enthralled in all their skirmishes, you can do this. I mean, trying to keep up with their rules is a full-time job for just one person, not to mention the fact that we're creating content and doing streams. So that's how we're
having a life.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so that's how we're going to be doing it this year. And we hope everybody will stick with us. And
join us in the group, build that community, become active in it, participate it. Don't just come as an observer, right? And however, whenever and wherever you're consuming our content, we are always in deep gratitude for all who show up live and who come back to catch the replays. So thank you. And remember, the rest of the streams this month will be only live in the private group. So if you haven't joined yet, what are you waiting for? Right? Get in the community. Let's get over there and have some great conversations. Also, make sure you hit the get reminder button when you see the scheduled post for chapter 2. And there will also be a link to give us permission, because it's a private group. You're protected with some more security as far as your details and stuff like that. Because it's a private group, we need your permission to see your comments if you're watching it and commenting on the stream in the group. So there will be a link with the post that you just have to click and give permission to see that in the comments. Make sure you do that as well. Otherwise, you just show up as Facebook user, and we want to know who you are. Right? Or, wherever you're.
Are you related to other Facebook user? There's Mrs. User over here, and then there's Mr. User over here.
Yeah, it doesn't even come with gender specific. It just says. And so that's our stream for today, everyone. Thank you so much for your love, your support, your participation. We look forward to growing with you, expanding with you, and really stepping into a new reality in 2022 and beyond. And we challenge you to be exceptional and implement what you learn and learn from what you implement, so that you actively take part in the art of creating your reality. Till next time, be well, everyone. And remember to join us down the rabbit hole. Let me just throw that up here one more time for down the rabbit hole to join us. It's coming. Hold on. Where'd it go? Bam. There it is. So join us in Down the Rabbit Hole Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and block it off. Come and have an awesome, awesome conversation there with us. Okay. It's live and free for everyone. We'll see you. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thank you.